Hi, and welcome to this lesson on science careers and major coursework. This lesson will focus on natural sciences, which is a hard science. This does not mean that it is difficult, but that the sciences involved use empirical data and the scientific method in their investigations. The contrast to hard science is soft science, which can be found in the humanities field of study. Soft sciences use social research methods that are not as stringent as the scientific method. The first question you might ask yourself is, what can I do with a degree in science? Now, the answer is truly another question. What do you want to do? Science is in just about every field available, so you can really follow your own desires to work with science in a multitude of fields. Let's check out some of the careers in science. Do you have a passion for animals? There's a science for that. You could become a veterinarian, a zoologist, a marine biologist, breeder, or livestock scientist. Have you always thought it would be great to be able to catch the bad guy? There's a science for that. You could join the police force and enter the forensics department. Are you environmentally conscious? There's a science for that. Consider any of these science-based careers designed to help and understand the environment we live in. Environmental scientist, earth and space sciences, geology, geochemistry, geophysics, or seismology. Maybe you've always wanted to help mankind. Yep, there are lots of sciences for that. You could be a doctor, biologist, microbiologist, bioengineer, geneticist, or any other medical field professional. Is food your passion? There are sciences for that as well. You could be an agricultural scientist, a nutritionist, a plant scientist, or even an enologist. Enology is a science of making wine. How cool is that? Okay. Maybe you have a fun side and would rather work in a circus, carnival, or an amusement park. You guessed it, there's even a science for that. It takes a lot of physics to design the rides and games in such a way as to be safe and ensure the business does not lose too much money. Tons of science goes into making the amusement parks and carnival and circus games. If you don't think any of that is interesting because you have always dreamed of being on TV in your own show, well, there's even a science for that too. TV shows like Mythbusters have become very popular. The people in these shows use real science by conducting real experimentation to test concepts of everyday myths. There are also science programs for children such as Bill Nye the Science Guy and Backyard Science. The popularity of these shows and the rise of internet webisodes indicate that if you were to follow a degree in science and pair it with theater or acting, you could possibly end up in a scientific acting career. You may even notice that the current trend of nerds and science people in popular culture. With such an upswing in science moving into mainstream society, there is a need for writers and consultants for books, movies, and even TV shows like The Big Bang Theory. Beyond these, with a degree in science, you could be a teacher, a chemist, a biologist, or even a meteorologist. So, from these examples, you can see that it is true. Just about any field you can imagine has room for a scientist. But what coursework would be required for such a career? Science majors are career-specific. For the most part, you need a degree in the field to continue in a career in the field. To be a doctor, you first need a degree in medicine. To be a chemist, you first need a degree in chemistry. You get the point. Some science majors could be considered professional majors because they do not necessarily lead to a specific career. Careers in television or carnivals would not require a specific type of science degree, but would require a science background. Because many degrees in science are specific to the career field, there is little overlap between science majors. However, there are some foundational courses that all science majors should expect to take. Physics, Calculus and statistics are required for all science degrees. Did you notice that 2 of the 3 subjects common to all sciences are actually math? It is true that if you want to major in science, you must have a very strong aptitude for math as well. Many students go into the workforce with a bachelor's in science. Others choose to continue their education to receive a master's or PhD. Those that earn higher degrees may find work as lead scientists in research projects, physicians, or university instructors. So, hard sciences, the natural sciences, require use of the scientific method for discovery. Careers in the field of science are as numerous as one's imagination is broad. This is because science is such an important part of every aspect of life. A person that loves science can find scientific applications in just about any field. However, it is important for anyone considering a degree in science to remember that you must have a strong math and science skills to be successful in a science degree. Thanks for joining me on this investigation of science careers and coursework. Good luck to you.